My hair is kind of a mess. What the hell is going on here? Hello and welcome to Just Krashing. Haven't been doing one of these in a long time and not really sure how often these are going to pop up. So if you're following this, cool. It's an interesting little thing that I do where I just kind of rip open the mic and talk about something and give my thoughts. And today's topic is a bit of an interesting one, and I got to do it delicately for a couple of reasons, but we'll definitely talk about that in a second. I want to talk about the fakeness of the internet, more specifically kind of like content creation, the influencer market. I have seen a very clear trend over years, but I'm seeing it more now that I don't really like, and it's not changing. Like this isn't even like some kind of a video to like, oh, this should change and people need to think of it this way. Like, it's not really about that. It's just talking about what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and what I think I see that is happening. The influencer world it's very bizarre. It's not just like everybody's out there and it's fake and lying and does things for personal gain, but there's a lot of that. And so, if I had to strike a fair like percentage, I would probably say like somewhere like really close to 50-50 people who are influencers or YouTubers, streamers. There's a wall that they just don't want to cross. They don't want to give you the full truth about everything or some things. They don't want to give you the full, like, peek behind the curtain of who they are, what they're into, what they feel, what they think. And, when it comes to talking about games specifically, they never really want to say the things that not necessarily need to be said, but sometimes do. They don't want to say the thing that is going to hurt the business, right? And so you have kind of like this thing where it's like you have influencer as a business and you have like creator, like the person, and they're like synonymous but not really. And so I had made this kind of like pact with myself, and I had basically said like, hey, look, this is what I want to do. I want to be on the internet. My name is Krashy, but I want to be Joseph. I've always wanted to do the same thing. I didn't want to have a filter. And I didn't want to have like, a reasonable filter, right? Like, you can't say whatever you want all the time, but I didn't want to have like a filter for purpose other than just being able to get out here and say whatever I want to say, doing a video like this or saying literally anything that I want to say. And I've mostly stayed true to that, but there's been a cost. And I was talking about this on my stream last night. I'm going to jump into that in a second. When you look at the like influencer market and being a YouTuber and content creation as a business or as like a game, that's what I've been kind of using the term game a little bit with it. You realize that there are like rules. There's rules to this game, or there's not even rules per se, but there's strategies to this game. And the reality is that I think that the biggest strategy to being an influencer, to being someone on social media, is the get along to go along strategy. The play nice with everybody, be inherently positive. Don't say things that are too downer or bummy, which sometimes means ignoring the truths or, just avoiding topics altogether, and ultimately keep the positive vibe. Now, it makes a lot of sense, right? If people are watching you for entertainment, that's what influencers are, like content creators specifically. If they're watching you for information, entertainment, they don't want to be bummed out, right? Like, this is like these people's time. That's what they're doing. And people are giving us their most valuable commodity, which is their time. And it's very, very valuable. You can do anything with that time. You could learn a skill. You can make money. You could go to, you can go to work. You can invest in yourself, like at the gym or making your own content. Like, someone's time is incredibly valuable. So when you make downer shit, or if you're negative, then you kind of put yourself in this weird spot where the people are like, man, I don't know if I want to hear that all the time. And so the influencer content creator side of things is that you have to play the game. You got to find that balance or not do it at all. And what I've noticed is that, building the Krashy brand with Pokemon Unite and talking a lot about the game and all of its shortcomings, albeit incredibly true, has taken, like everything I say, incredibly true. The Krashy brand as a business, as an entity, I have Overwatch open, so you might be able to hear that a little bit. As an entity, has taken a hit. It's taken a perceptional hit. I'm the negative guy, right? And I've kind of been this guy in like every game I play because this is how I operate on the internet. I'm the doom and gloomer. I'm the person that says the game's gonna die. And the thing is I don't say these things for no reason. Like when I say things like this about a game, it almost always comes to fruition. It almost always happens the way that I say that's going to happen, or close enough to it, or the developers change they course correct and then everything's fine. So to kind of talk about the fakeness of the internet is basically to try to peel back the curtain and say, hey, look, your favorite creator, they're not lying to you per se, but they're also not telling you exactly how they feel, because at some point you have to pull apart the person from the business and recognize that it is a lot of the time, most of the time, overwhelmingly most of the time, in the creator's best interest to avoid speaking negatively entirely. Almost always. Almost always. And when you can take that in and you think about it, you're like, dude, like, how can you ever trust any opinion ever? Now, if a character comes out on a game and, you know, content creator covers it and they say, oh, this Pokemon's really bad, you know, this character's really, really bad, I don't think it's good, you can trust that. That's not negative. That's giving an opinion about the game. But if you talk about like the game and the health of the game, oh, the game's dying, oh, the game, I really think that they're dropping the ball, this is really troublesome, that's just downer, you know? It's like, it's too negative for a lot of people. And so, there's a lot of get along to go along. Don't say things the way that you want to say them. Don't be negative. Don't piss off the wrong people. That's definitely true. If it comes to like talking with, like working with devs and stuff, like, or like wanting opportunities with devs, like you just can't be the asshole, right? And I guess that makes sense, right? Like, don't be an asshole, but like more specifically, it's more than just don't be an asshole, because even if every time I talked about the game it was constructive criticism, I think that they would still shy away from wanting to work with me or do something with the person that's constantly criticizing them, even if it was constructive. So it's weird. I think that you got to look at everything through the lens of, yes, you do like this person, and yes, they do provide good content and stuff, but you don't know them, right? And you don't, you just don't know what their true opinion is. The fakeness of the internet it's bizarre, dude. There's fucking mobs of people that'll try to cancel things, and there's like there's just so much hypocrisy, and like it's just really, really bizarre. And that's not to talk just about the content creator space. That's just like the internet. Like being on Twitter, dude, there's like an insane amount of hypocrisy and mobs on Twitter and people that will like spark up the pitchforks. And so like learning how to navigate the internet on my side of things has been really interesting, because I've just stuck with my guns. Like, hey, look, I'm going to say what I want to say when I want to say it. I don't have to worry about anything like that, because I'm never going to do anything like terribly wrong or morally wrong, because that's not the kind of person I am. So I don't have to worry about that, right? Like I don't have to worry about saying something like hateful or anything, because I'm never going to do that. But when it comes to my opinions on things, you're always going to get what I offer, which is the truth, or my truth, my opinion, my honest, full opinion. But I have recognized that it comes at a cost, and that cost is people like me less. Just a fact. You know, if I played the game better, the game of being on the internet, if I played the game better, people would like me more, because I would play the game of appeasement and not honesty. So let me know your thoughts. I thought it was an interesting discussion. Like I said, nothing needs to change here. I don't think anything needs to change. It's more of just like talking about how I see things. I think it's really interesting to basically know that on some level, you never really know. You know, you never really know what people are thinking or feeling, because they may just not tell you. They probably won't. Or they just want to shy away from the negativity because it's not in their best interest. And I totally get that. So thanks for watching. Hope you're having a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Take care of yourself. See you on the next one.